get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Buffalo Bills. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. They start on the ground with Geis, and he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Open man, here's Foster. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to fire one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Complete.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
It's a gain of...
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
From the 24, Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Micah Hyde comes flying in from safety for the sack. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
So Bridgewater needing to work a little magic after that sack on a 3rd and long. Bridgewater now. Found his his target. It's Anderson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That's a third down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
First down, Carolina.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 44-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Bridgewater. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Andrew Billings drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up fourth down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bills will take over the football with... a first and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. To throw again, Allen. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
That's good.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. On first down, Allen going deep for Diggs. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again, Allen. Looking again for Diggs, and this time he's got it. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills will add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Bills 10, Panthers nothing. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it first and 10. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. Room here to run. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Bridgewater
So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. 5 wide. Mike 50. Can't go.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there, but the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
Extra point safely through, and that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Cannon on the return. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 25-yard line.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Bridgewater. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. 17-0 our score after 1.
Panthers nothing.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's Geis. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. His throw incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Allen. Able to find his running back, Geis. They find some open field here. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will extend their lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Bud Dupree just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So Bridgewater needing to work a little magic after that sack on a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
36-yard line.
Let's get it. Hey, check my 50.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Going deep for Diggs. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out and get the ball.
Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And again, it's Allen. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play here for the Bills. 47 yards.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
Check three. Motion. Hey, check motion, man. Put your hands on it. Get hands on motion, man.
Here's Bridgewater. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. He's going to look deep for more. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And big problems there. They'll say this crossed out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Geis. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 24, Allen throwing middle, and it's complete. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Operating from the gun, Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs as the first half is winding down. And this offense is running away with this one.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guy.
He's got a man, complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
49's the mic. 49's the mic. Get ready. Get ready.
Final play of the half, Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Bud Dupree picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So Bridgewater needing to work a little magic after that sack on a 3rd and long.
3rd and 15.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
56, 56. Check 3, check 3. Switch.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. He was brought down there by Will Parks. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. From the gun, Allen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Bridgewater's pass.
Give him 30 yards there.
McKenzie.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The ball carrier. The stop made by Andrew Billings.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman. Then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Tackled at the 40.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Allen. He's going to float this one. It's caught at the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bills 38, Panthers nothing.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and goal at the 3.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Down at the 2-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think
through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 75 yards. And the Panthers gain a bit of respectability. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
Bridgewater on first down. Open man is Robbie Anderson. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 48-yard line.
Delta.
Now Bridgewater. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Gain of 5. And
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. That'll be taken in by Anderson. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
Anderson. A 6-yard pickup.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And my goodness, another interception. Levi Wallace with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Bills take over first and
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And here's Allen to throw on 3rd down. Open man, here's Foster. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Matt Hawk now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play there for the Panthers. 56 yards. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
3-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
On on the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And it's for pride now, but the Panthers do get a bit closer. Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2. Bridgewater. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now Allen on third down. And that will be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
At their own.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
Christian McCaffrey.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
On 2nd down and 4. Bridgewater.
9-yard line.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
1-yard line.
To the air, Allen. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Pierre Desir able to get a hand in and make that play. Well, the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Bills 52, Panthers 16.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
On the return, the Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 7, Bridgewater. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now. And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Josh Allen, he says that he wants to continue to perfect executing the run-pass option. Looked pretty good there.
And he's put in the minds of all people trying to defend him that his legs creep.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdon. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A first throw for the backup Griffin. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Third down.
Play action. It's Griffin. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check 26, check 26.
Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Lost man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Vic Beasley getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Third down.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Play fake. Bridgewater. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Bridgewater's pass intercepted. The Bills take over 1st and 10.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.